Good morning, students. Today's experiment is realization of binary to gray code conversion and vice versa. To perform the realization, the components required are IC 7400, 7486, patch cords and IC trainer kit. Then, gray code is mostly used in digital systems because it has the advantage that only one bit in the numerical representation changes between the successive numbers. So we will see how binary to gray conversion takes place and gray to binary conversion takes place. Gray codes are also known as reflected codes. Gray code is an example of unweighted code. Unweighted codes means there are no specific weights assigned to the bit positions. BCD is an example of weighted code. Gray code can be used to represent digital data in digital communication system. The advantage of gray code over binary is that a number in gray code changes by one bit as it proceeds from one number to the next. Okay, so now let us look at the truth table. Okay, so this is the binary code, students, 0000, and the equivalent gray code is also 0000. Now, if we go for 0001, the first position will be as it is, and then you have to XOR the B3 bit and B2 bit. So, G3 will be as it is, okay. G3 is nothing but B3, but G2 will be obtained by XORing B3 and B2. So, 0 XOR 0 is 0. Again, then we have to do XORing operation between B2 and B1. So, 0 XOR 0 is again 0. So, G1 is 0. And for finding G0, we have to perform XOR operation between B1 and B0. So, 0 XOR 1 is 1. So, similar way, by performing XORing operations, we can find out the equivalent gray codes. Let us take one more example, students. Let us take 1110. So, the first bit will be as it is. So, G3 is B3, okay, and G2 is obtained by XORing B3 and B2. So, 1 XOR 1 is 0, okay. Similarly, B2 XOR B1, when we do 1 XOR 1 is 1. Then 0 XOR 1 is again 1. So, this is how we perform binary to gray conversion. So, these are the equations, students. So, G0 is equal to B1 B0 bar plus B1 B0. Okay. So, G1 is obtained by performing XOR operation between B2 and B1. And G2 is obtained by performing XOR operation between B3 bit and B2 bit. And G3 is B3. And this is the corresponding circuit diagram, students. How do we obtain G3? Directly there is a connection. B3 is G3. Now G2 we obtained by XORing B2 and B3. So we are using one XOR gate here. And similarly, your G1 is obtained by XORing B1 and B2. And G0 is obtained by XORing B0 and B1. Okay, so by performing XOR operations, we get to know the expressions for G0, G1, G2 and G3. Now, this is the expression for binary to gray using NAND gates only. So, by using only NAND gates, we can get the expressions for G3, G2, G1 and G0. This is the representation. Now, let us go to gray to binary code. So, for gray to binary conversion also, similar kind of operations are taking place. Now, G3 is B3 and B2 is obtained by XORing G3 and G2. Similarly, B1 is obtained by XORing G2 and G1 and B0 is obtained by XORing G1 and G0. These are the XOR operations performed between the gray codes. Okay, students, so B0 is obtained by performing B0 is G3 XOR G2 XOR G1 XOR G0. B1 is G3 XOR G2 XOR G1. B2 is G3 XOR G2 and B3 is G3. This is how we get the expressions for the binary equivalent of the gray codes. Now you can see B0, how we are getting this expressions. G3 is B3, G3 XOR G2 is B2, okay, and then G2 XOR G3 is one of the inputs of the next XOR gate. So G3 XOR G2 XOR G1 will give us B1. Similarly, this output will be fed as input to the next XOR gate, and this entire expression is XORed with G0 to obtain the expression for B0. So this is how we get the conversion done. So we learned about binary to gray conversion and gray to binary conversion, students, and this is how you do the gray to binary conversion using only NAND gates. Okay, so in the next then we will see how the connections are done and how the conversion is taking place. Thank you.
Okay students, so the next experiment here is realization of binary to gray conversion and vice versa. Okay, so we are going to see how to do this conversion. So this can be done in two ways. Okay, so this gray codes can be got from the binary codes using two ways. One is binary to gray conversion, another is gray to binary conversion. So what are these gray codes, where they are actually made use of in the computer world? Okay, so basically the binary code and the gray code, they differ just in 1-bit positions at each point of time. So they are used in optical decoders, or also you can see they find their applications in K-maps and also in error detection. So basically they are used to get a clarity, or they are used to whenever you are trying to find out the error detections. So you are making use of gray codes here. So let us now try to rig up this circuit. First one, binary to gray code conversion. So you can see we are made use of basic gates here. So we are going to use 7486 XOR IC gate. So these are your 4 binary values, B0 to B3. So G0 to G3 are your gray codes. So these each value, each bit, G0 is got by just performing XOR operation of B0 and B1. G1 is got by performing XOR operation B1 and B2. Similarly, G2 and G3 are got. Okay, so G3 you have directly kept the value of B3. So because you can see the most significant bit is getting varied here. You can see as per the truth table, you can just compare for each binary value how the gray code is appearing. You will just find out that there will be only difference at only any of the 1-bit level as compared to the binary value. So let us now start rigging up this circuit in the kit. Okay, so now first we have connected this 7486 IC that is here. Now we are going to give the power supply connections, VCC and ground. Next, now as per the circuit, we'll connect these 4 inputs. Okay, B0 to B3. So let us connect the 4 inputs. So B0 is connected to pin number 4. Okay, so that is being connected to pin number 1 here to the XOR gate. Next you are having B1, second input. So you can see now B1 is being connected to pin number 11. Okay, so next you have B2 and B3. So B2 is connected to 9, and finally your B3 bit. So B3 you can see here, B3 is directly connected to G3. So that is your directly you are going to connect it through the output pin itself. Okay, fine. So now, so in the circuit you can see pin number 2 of the first XOR and pin number 4 of the first XOR are connected together. So that connection is being done now. Pin number 2 of the XOR is connected to pin number 4. Yes, so next you have pin number 5 of the XOR will be connected to pin number 9 of the next XOR. Okay, so after all these connections, now we are going to see the output G2 that is connected to pin number 8. Okay, pin number 8, that is the third XOR. So you're getting the third output we are given now. So G3 and G2 are ready. So you can see here G3 and G2 two outputs are ready. Next you are going to take the output from second XOR, that is pin number 6. So that is your G1 value. And finally the output, that is pin number 3 of the XOR, is now your G0. Okay. So these are your 4 output pins where you will be observing your gray code converted values for the binary values that you are going to give in these 4 input pins in the order starting from MSB. This is your MSB now. Okay. And this is your LSB. So according to whatever binary values you are going to give. Okay. Say for example, if you give 8. Okay. So if you give 8, how will be the output? It will be 1 0 0 0. So see, now I have given the binary value 8. So for a binary value 8, what is the value you are getting? It is 1100. So 1100 is the binary value. So like this you have to give all the inputs according to this input table. Okay. And you can see here we have shown you an example for a binary value of 8. You are getting 1100. So you can see the gray code for 1100 is 1100. So you can see at what bit position is it varying. It is varying at a bit position of 0 1 2. So at the third position the value is being changed. Okay. So like this you can verify all the values of this truth table, and how you can see how the gray code is differing with the 1 bit position with respect to your binary code. Okay. So in the next half of this experiment you will be doing the reverse operation. So we can also solve this circuit, same circuit, using NAND gates and using solution of your K maps. So the second method I told you is the reverse operation, that is gray code to binary operation. Okay. So we will see now how to do gray code to binary conversion, vice versa circuit, and also we will verify the truth table. So now students, first we will give these values of G0, G1, G2, G3 at pin number 1, 4, 9 and 10. Okay. You can see now first the power supply connections we are going to give for this: VCC and ground, pin number 16, and ground connect to pin number 7. Next we are going to connect pin number 1, that is your G0 value. So you can see G0 LSB bit. Next you are having pin number 4. So pin number 4 is your G1 value. So next you have pin number 9, that is going to be your G2 value, and then you have your pin number 10, that is your G3 MSB bit. Okay. So now we will see in the circuit here, pin number 2 of the first XOR has to be connected to output pin number 6 of second XOR. Similarly 5 and 8 has to be shorted. So let us do the first short, 2 to 6. So pin number 2 is being connected to pin number 6 of second XOR. Next you have pin number 5 of the XOR being connected to pin number 8 of the output of the second XOR. So now we are going to connect all the 4 outputs, B0, B1, B2 and B3 in the order. Okay. So first B3, nothing but G3, that is being short and connected to your output 1. So B3 is ready now. Next we are going to see B2. So the output is pin number 8. So from 8 we are now going to connect to the output pin, that is nothing your B2. Next we have B1. So the output of the XOR, that is pin number 6, is being now connected to B1. So finally we have the output, that is pin number 3 of the first XOR being connected to B0. So all the 4 output binary values are ready now. So you can, as we have seen in the last truth table, similar fashion, now we should verify this conversion of gray code to the binary values. Again you need to observe a 1 bit difference between these gray codes and the binary codes at any point of time. So we will see now one possible combination we will verify. So for all one gray code you are having the value 1010 binary values. So let us now change the input here. So let us just change it to all one condition. So for all one condition you can see 1010 is the appropriate binary value for the particular gray code. So this you can also verify using K-map, all the expressions for B0, B1, B2, B3. You can put a K-map for all the input high values, and then we can arrive at the expressions and also try to implement the same using NAND gates. Okay students, so in the next experiment we will continue with the other experiment. Thank you.